Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FIFA Forest Green, and after a solid start to the season despite the cup loss, it was time to play ahead a few games, and that's exactly what I did. As you can see now, there was a win against Mansfield away, a very good win in fact. We dominated the game. I was so happy with our play, but we didn't really back it up. A draw against Yeovil at home, not really the result we were looking for. Couldn't break them down, and it meant we went into today's game unbeaten in the league against Colchester United. And yeah, it's a tough game, Colchester away. I think most games are going to be tough because we are such a lower league side in terms of even League 2 we are out of our depth. But I was pretty confident, went with the 4-4-2, the players you would expect to see, and of course Court Lane. This stadium is another stadium we're going to see quite a lot of, and this was the league table. Colchester in 6th, Forest Green in 8th, both on the same points, same sort of results. So really it was a chance for either side to push ahead, and I looked nervous for some reason. There's Luke James, the man himself. He's had a good start to the season in goal scoring form, and hopefully he could keep that up for us today as the sun shines in his eyes. This is the Colchester side that we came up against, and there's a couple of names really to pick out at you. Up front, of course, Mikael Mandron, former Sunderland youth player, and they were playing 5 at the back as well, which was quite worrying. First time we came up against it, I was worried if we would be able to break them down after a poor result against Yeovil, really. So that was a worry for us. Segregated fans there as well. I don't know if you guys saw that. Segregated fans, a bit weird. Forest Green then, this is the side of course, and it's the 4-4-2. 4-4-2, don't know where that came from. As usual, Cernic on the left, Marsh Brown on the right are the two main attacking threats really, getting the crosses in for Church and James. James is a beast in the air, and it started very well. Well, 32 minutes in came the first chance. Church is crossing, there's Marsh Brown with a header, but it was a good save by the goalkeeper. It was a tight first half actually, a replay of this save here. It was a pretty good save. Pretty close to him, but he does well to push it away from danger. It was a tight first half, but we continued to make the chances. Brown into James on the volley. Good save again by Walker, but chances kept coming. Marsh Brown free on the right, takes a touch and wonderful cut back, and how does that not go in? How does that not go in? But at half time it was 0-0. I think, as you can see, we had the better of it, but we didn't do enough still, and I was starting to worry this would be another Yeovil result. Luke James, 2 shots, 0 goals. So that changed in the second half. Fraser Ayres cross, and there's Church, and boom, just like that, Simon Church, 1-0 to Forest Green. It's a super volley, absolutely brilliant. And from this point, you could only see one winner, because we tend to really push ahead when we take a lead in games. It was good play on the right. Fraser had a full back getting forward, and Church is just unmarked. It's a simple volley. Goalkeeper doesn't stand a chance from 8 yards out. He sort of shins it as well over the goalkeeper's head. You could argue it was a bit too powerful for the keeper, but Simon Church sliding on his bottom, getting the victory. Well, getting the first goal in, a possible victory anyway. Brown's corner just afterwards. Bullet header from Bennett. Yeah, well, not quite bullet, but just over. We continued to make the chances. No Colchester chance yet, as you'll notice. This is a weird replay angle, by the way. I'm not keen on this. I've included it just to make that mention. It was a good chance just afterwards. James, and there's Murphy. Reece Murphy brought him off the bench. Didn't manage to get himself a goal there. That was a good chance for him. Clever play by James, and Murphy took it first time. Had a defender around him, but should really hit the target. But a mistake. Murphy won it off Eastman into James, and this was the chance for 2. And James is lethal. He doesn't miss that. And with 8 minutes to go, we'd wrapped up our second league victory, and possibly a chance to get some sort of form going, a good run of form in the league. We are still unbeaten, and that looked like it was going to continue here. The Colchester fans weren't happy, but the Forest Green players certainly was, and it's another impressive away victory. We got a good one against Mansfield, and now Colchester, 2 very, very hard places to go in League 2, and we've done well to get 2 commanding victories. James's finish there is pretty good. No chance in the world for the goalkeeper, and yeah, I'm happy, as you can see. Bit of a round of applause for the boys there. 2-0 up. Happy days. It got better. Reece Murphy was played in. Chance for Murphy. And yeah, I'm not sure how that didn't go in. I mean, the replay doesn't do it justice, but yeah, how does that not go in? That is horrific. A horrific miss by James. It didn't matter in the end though. Full-time whistle went, and a good 2-0 win. A clean sheet to boot. 2 clean sheets in 2 games as well. And a handshake, and this is a new cutscene, a handshake for the manager. So, happy days. Colchester looked distraught, but it was Forest Green who had the win. A good win too. Luke James, 4 shots, 1 goal. Not really the best return, but he got the goal to seal the victory. Should have added a late one as well. So, Forest Green 2-0 against Colchester. Happy days and a good start to the episode, I would say. Good to see the 2 strikers scoring too, Churcher and James. A partnership between them 2 is blossoming, I tell you. Blossoming. The second game came against Peterborough, and this time we were at home. I'd made a change, as you can see here. Collins had come into the midfield, Evans has come in at left back, and Robert came in on the left wing. Also Fitzwater came in at centre back, just to get some fresh legs in there. Obviously, in League 2 you play a lot of games. This was actually in the Checker Trade Trophy, I should mention. Forgot about that. And we were up against Peterborough, who are not in League 2, in League 1. There's a shot of Stephen Taylor, former Newcastle man. Probably the biggest player we've come up against so far. So this was going to be tough. Am I the only one that thinks the police officers in the background that shot looks like a cutaway? 4 goals in the last 3 games for Luke James. A man on form, you could say. It was actually going to be a tough game. I was a bit worried about this one. Obviously, in the League Cup, we came up against a better side and we lost. This time against Peterborough, a higher side, definitely. Maybe better is a hard thing to say, but it's definitely a higher side, and I was a little bit worried. Of course, this was the team, and as I mentioned, I made a few changes. Keanu Marsh-Brown on the right kept his place, but Collins in the centre comes in for Traore keeps his place for Brown even. Robert on the left for Cernick. Evans comes in at left back, and Fitzwater as well. Just as I say, to add a few fresh faces. I kept the 2 strike force there because they are the danger men, I would say. If you can get the service to them. But there's the fans, Forest Green fans looking ready, and this is the Peterborough side to play. Of course, Stephen Taylor, the captain, is a name you will recognise. But also up front, you've got Josh Marriott, Marcus Maddison too. 2 good players, as we saw in real life with a good victory over Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Yeah. But yeah, so they were playing a 3 at the back as well, and I was hoping we could take advantage of that with our wingers, really, because the wing is a possible plus point for us, really. Hopefully we could take advantage of that. The referee, of course, Rob Lewis. That's more of a traditional lower league English referee name, isn't it? Let's be honest, not Busby. But we started well. Robert's cross, and that was very close from Collins. Collins looking to make an impact. 4 minutes in, nearly had his first goal of the season. He looks like a bit of an English bull terrier, doesn't he? He doesn't look like someone you want to mess with, but that was a bit close. He continued to have a chance though. James with the cross. There's Collins again, and this time he should have done better. Violently thrashing it over. But we were making chances against a side better than us. I was very happy with how things were going. We're dominating the game. That was very close. It would have been a great goal. I'm a bit unlucky there, I would say. Robert came inside. This is great from Robert. What a strike that is. Fantastic save. But then Stephen Taylor, the experienced head, what a mistake, and Marsh-Brown puts it on a plate for Simon Church, and it's 1-0 to Forest Green against the higher team. We deserved it completely with the run of play. Simon Church looks happy, the players look happy. I have noticed on FIFA you see literally all the players celebrate together, which is a little weird but quite nice to see. Stephen Taylor with a mistake, Marsh-Brown lays it on a plate, and Church does his best to miss that. I'm going to be honest with you, look at this. Church does his best to miss that. Just clips the post on its way in from 4 yards out. But we were winning, and we did not look back. A cross in here, Traore. Now, you may think, why is that a highlight? But the replay will show you why, because this should have been a penalty. Look at this. I mean, if that's not handball, what is? Horrific. On the verge of half-time too. But it was 1-0 at half-time. We completely deserved it. Dominated the game. They hadn't really had a sniff. I was very, very happy with how things are going. Simon Church, 2 shots, 1 goal. I mean, he just about got the goal. He really did try and miss that. He really did. It's not just me. But it's Forest Green 1, Peterborough 0 at half-time. On the sunset, really, at the stadium. But they came back into it, really. Marcus Maddison, as we say, a danger man for them, firing well over. That was a chance for them, a real good chance as well. The replay will show it better. He took a good touch, but the shot is poor. From the edge of the box, a player from his standards should score, and or should at least hit the target. And he doesn't. It's well wide. They continue to come forward. Marriott was in. Boom, over the bar again. Peterborough not showing the quality. We showed some quality with that move, but it was a great save by Bond in goal. That was such a great move between the two strikers, just to show how their strike force is blossoming. Nice one too. I think it was Church with a shot. Good chance. From the corner, a cross in, and a bullet header from Bennett. That's a great save again from Bond. But we continue to make chances. Marsh Brown's cross, Cernic's there, and on the rebound, he sort of slide tackles it in. Legitimately. I brought on Cernic for Robert midway through the second half, just to see if he can use his pace to take any sort of holes in the Peterborough defence. He did just that. Marsh Brown going forward. The volley was poor and blocked, but yeah, he sort of slide tackles it through the goalkeeper's legs there. Look. It's one of the luckiest goals I think I'll ever score on FIFA. Taylor takes a trip as well. That's quite comical. But it was 2-0. It was game, set and match really with 10 minutes to go. And Peterborough weren't lying down though. Baldwin in there. That's a centre-back forward. And yeah, that should have been 2-1. They had a good few chances in the second half, as we saw. But they didn't manage to take any. We took our chances. I think that was the main thing in this game. You might have realised from the way I'm talking, we won the game, and we did win the game by adding more. What a great volley that is from Cernic. Beat the goalkeeper to the net. Kind of blocked off on the celebration there, but he managed to celebrate, and it was 3-0 against a really, really good side. This was the best performance of the season by a country mile. We'd really played well, and we'd shown the league and really the like two leagues, League One as well, that we are a force to be reckoned with. What a volley. What a volley that is. 2 goals for Cernic off the bench. 2 goals in, 10 minutes? That man has got himself back into the starting lineup for the next game. I can tell you that much now. It's a very good strike. He looks very young, doesn't he? And we finally found out his name. Matic Cernic. Ah, good to know. Good to know. But Peterborough fell apart. They gave it away to James from the kickoff, and it was back to him, and it was 4. It was 4. 4-0 at home to Peterborough. What a result this really is. It was horrific defending from Peterborough again, though. I've got to be honest with you. They lost it from the kick-off of the 3rd goal to James. A nice 1-2 with Church, who delayed the pass to the perfect time. I don't know if the replay is going to show it, but he delayed it to the perfect time. Here we go, look. He could play it, now plays it with a bit of a gap, and James takes it first time, beats the goalkeeper at the near post. It's a good strike, it's a well-worked goal, it's poor from Peterborough, but it doesn't matter, because it was 4-0, and 2 very good wins. Very good wins for the episode. This has been probably the best episode so far, if you don't include pre-season, of course. They continue to come forward though, and this is some tackle at the last minute to stop a certain goal. And in the end, that was the full-time whistle too. And it's 4-0. 4-0. Let me repeat that for you. Forest Green 4, Peterborough United 0. Stephen Taylor looks distraught. He should. He had a poor game. The fans were over the moon. The cameras are rocking. The stadium is rocking. Luke James, 5 shots, 1 goal this time. An even worse comeback. But it didn't matter. He got a goal. He had a helping hand in a lot of the goals. Cernic came off the bench to get 2. Simon Church has started it. And I got to tell you, I'm so happy with that result. It goes into the next games with something more. Until then, from next time, to me to you, goodbye.